that?
Let me turn my webcam off.
Thick? Isn't
What?
that how it works with the spectate? If he can just spectate the game you're spectating?
Ooh, maybe. I don't know. You can try.
Yeah,
No, I don't
you
think
can
so.
do, you
I'm
can do
spectating
that.
the match
you
right
can,
now.
I didn't
you
think
can do
so.
that.
Oh,
Well, how-
they didn't ban Pantheon. I told them to ban Pantheon, and they didn't do it.
Oh, look at
Alright.
that. Yo, I'm streaming the black screen right now.
Why, do
You
you
guys
like
do.
to play Pantheon,
No,
Hydra?
No, I played against these guys before,
Who the
and
fuck's
this
playing?
is, they were the guys they're playing against right now was my first match,
Hold on,
and we
Thick.
banned Shaco and Pantheon every game.
Okay, yeah, I could spectate the game.
Alright, Rudy, you wanna like hit up a different channel?
Yeah, sure. Which one?
Alright, I'll move you into mine.
See?
Alright, sounds good.
Oh, well, this stream loads. Fuck
Alright,
yeah.
there we go.
Where's my channel?
Nice.
Channel switched. User was moved to your channel.
Alright, so apparently we're live streaming this game, and we're gonna head into it right away.
Alright, awesome.
Are you
Let's do it.
spectating right now?
Yeah, I'm in champion select right now, so no clue how long we're in game, but I'm already kind of mad that Loli Sona doesn't have DJ Sona, so
Disappointing.
great way to start it off.
No, it's not great. Come on now. It's
Oh,
not
good. We barely missed anything.
Yeah, I'm just reorganizing the. It's a Riven top with a Maokai jungle. That's gonna be interesting. He's starting off with these saplings over on golems, and red is starting on Grom. This should be standard play. Annie mid. This is very interesting. One sec. I gotta open up stuff.
Yeah, I'm setting stuff up too,
Yeah,
but
we're still setting stuff up right now, so excuse us for a minute. I'm gonna put on auto camera while I.
oh yeah, direct to
mess
camera
this up.
is the best in my opinion. I even when I just cast, I always keep direct to camera on.
Yeah, for some reason my internet doesn't. My Google Chrome's been broken, so I just factory reset it. Hopefully that works. And there's gonna be just an even trade in mid with Annie and LeBlanc. And
Yeah, it's
Riven
gonna be
is
really hard for
teleporting
Annie
top.
to hit.
yeah, Annie's gonna have trouble with LeBlanc because she's such a short range mage. But hopefully she can bully her out with her auto attack since she's a high range auto attack. And Riven just teleported top after she took wolves
User
from
joined
level
your
2.
channel.
Welcome, user.
User joined
Hey.
your channel.
Hey, turn off
Hey.
your overlay. Peter, I got
Yeah.
this.
I was just gonna say this here. Overlay is on.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even noticed it.
Wait, are we on the stream right now? Or are we
Yeah, we are on the
Welcome to the stream, guys.
I'm leaving my thick 2G up though. Just fuck you.
We're gonna leave though, cause you know it's superfluous noise.
Alright.
I'm gonna see if I can turn up Rudy's volume a little bit. Maybe that will help. Cause like for some reason I feel like volume gets skewed with
And
TeamSpeak.
Pantheon's gonna be ganking bot lane right now. There's gonna be a heal blown and a flash blown by Morgana. But they get out relatively safe. And there was
User
no
left your
summoners
channel.
except for an exhaust sprint by Sona on the red side. And Riven's gonna be going in on Bukaki. And Nar's gonna have to run away. That was a lot of damage. And LeBlanc's getting pushed under tower by Annie, with Pantheon just onto the right side in case LeBlanc decides to do anything. And Maokai's returning to base. And LeBlanc's doing a bit of damage onto the Annie, nothing major.
Yeah, this
User
Nar is
left
taking
your channel.
quite a bit of damage up top. I'm surprised he's still staying in lane.
Yeah, this Nar is just, I don't know, he should back, but Maokai recalled, and he's going left side, dark side jungle, so Nar should be safe. Unless Riven decides to blow flash. And Londok taking a bit of damage there from the Sona. And he's gonna be popping that potion, with Grave still has his. And there's nothing really going on right now, everything's just farming, farm lanes. Maokai's getting his raptors right now. Hopefully he'll head up to mid to get a gank to relieve some pressure off that LeBlanc, who's just pushing out now after she was pushed in. And Nar is still, and the Riven's gonna go on Nar, but Nar's gonna jump away. That's pretty good. But Nar's really low. He's gonna get some health back from the Mega Nar pop. But if I was Maokai, I'd be looking to gank top right now. And just an even trade mid again.
Yeah, that guy's just staying around mid.
And Sona gets hit by the binding, but nothing really comes from that.
It's gonna be really interesting seeing this Kalista versus Graves matchup, because Kalista does need a good amount of auto attacks in order to do the chunk of damage with her rend, while Graves could just look at someone and blow them up.
And there's been changes to Kalista. Apparently, she's a lot harder to auto attack and move with now. So we're gonna be looking to see if he messes up anywhere with that.
Oh yeah, someone asked, do you know what the team names are for these two teams?
I can get them real quick.
Alright, sounds good. Just someone asked. I gotta admit though.
Teams are Dayum, Dat Team though, and Mr. Beautiful Hydra, with Mr. Beautiful Hydra being the... Wait, no, that's a different game. Ooh, this is loser's bracket. Oops, sorry. I think this is... No, this wouldn't be that. I don't know. There's no bracket for them right now.
Alright, so right now it's the two mystery teams. Who knows what they are?
Just give me a second, I'll find out.
Alright, sounds good. Yeah, we see. I think I can see what you mean by the whole Kalista change, because she does seem a little clunky with her moving now. I'm not sure why they changed that or if it happened unintentionally. But
I mean, there's only two. No. Okay, so this is the blue team is called Loli
User
Squad,
joined your
and there's
channel.
2 subs on them right now, which would be Riven and I think it's just Riven actually. That's a sub. Yeah, Riven and the Kalista are both subs for that team, and they're facing, I think, King of 420 jokes.
Who was the other team again? Just to reiterate.
It's Loli Squad and King of 420 jokes.
All right, cool. Thanks.
No problem.
is the Loli Squad on the red side?
Loli Squad is blue.
Are they blue? Okay,
Yeah,
I was
so-
actually kind of surprised that Loli Sona is not on the Loli Squad.
Yes, I know, that is a bit weird. The 80 carry for blue is usually Loli
User
Ezreal.
left your channel.
So, but he's being subbed out right now because it's,
Oh, okay,
it's
that
very
makes sense.
late in the UK, and that's where he plays from.
Alright, so we do have Loli Squad on the blue side, and wow, we have a flash
Riven's
by
gonna go in.
Orthorion, or that's Riven. Riven's gonna go ham, and that's gonna be a lot of good
That
damage.
should be a kill with the ult. Yeah, that's
There it
first
is,
blood.
yeah.
And LeBlanc was taken very low. She might have popped. She popped flash to get away from the gank from Pantheon and Annie. And bot is still just farm lane, which red is freezing up.
Yeah, and speaking of farm lanes, it seems like farming is going to be up double digits for both the bot lane and the mid lane.
Yeah, the Graves was freezing that lane, so Kalista should have a bit of a chunk coming to even out that farm. And Zenith's gonna try and stop them from taking this tower, but they're still gonna get it. You can't really. He doesn't do a lot of damage, and they're gonna go on him actually. They're not gonna kill him. Pantheon's gonna get ignited by Oriana. LeBlanc. Is that a kill? That's a kill.
Yeah.
They stayed a bit too long trying to get that Maokai, and he's pretty tanky, even in the jungle.
Yeah, that's a pretty quick turnaround, but that's gonna be so far 2 kills for the blue side, which is Loli Squad. So they're still behind though because of that tower advantage.
Yeah. And Loli Squad's gonna be taking a dragon here, and there's no one around really to stop them. And they don't really have any wards on this either, so it's gonna be a free dragon for them.
Yeah, we do have the dragon advantage for the Loli Squad, but farming up for all teams right now. The Graves now 20 farm ahead of that Kalista, already getting a BF sword. Going to really be able to take advantage of that in lane now.
Yeah. And Kalista should have enough for a good chunk of items. She's got 1800 gold on her right now, so when she gets back, she'll be able to match up with that Graves in lane. Yeah. But she's 500 gold behind already. 9 minutes into the game. That's pretty big, especially for a Graves who's going to be looking to one-shot you.
Yeah, that is huge. Like, basically the gold lead that's going on right now is in that just Graves versus Kalista matchup. Everybody else is pretty close, and we have an ult coming in from the Oriana and LeBlanc coming in, and we did see a teleport try to come in for Gnar. Not sure why he did that.
Wait, Gnar? Wait, what?
He tried teleporting out. I'm guessing he maybe wanted to flash and accidentally teleport it.
But if it was an accidental flash, you'd have to click on the tower to get that teleport. I think that was intentional.
The only thing I gotta give him for benefit of the doubt is he like panicked, just like went as far as he could to hit flash, and he just perfectly hit the tower and hit teleport accidentally.
I think that's very
unlikely.
Very
though.
unlikely.
But I don't want to think that he tried teleporting out of that.
And Pantheon's gonna be coming in bot to look for a gank, and there's no wards. They saw him come in through the river though, so I hope Kallista's gonna play the safe. Let's see if they decide to dive that tower. And it just looks like they're gonna play it safe. They don't want to really dive and give her free kills. What? Is there going to be VODs of the what? Can't see that chat. But LeBlanc's gonna go on an Annie, do a good chunk of damage. But,
And he's stunned, saving her there.
Annie's they're just gonna live, and nothing's really gonna come from that. And Morgana hit 6, so hopefully they're looking to go in there. I think Morgana and Kalista, if they play that properly, they can win the trade. But Pantheon is bottom, and Morgana's gonna go to ward that, and she's gonna get jumped on. That should be a free kill.
Yeah.
And Pantheon did take that kill too.
Yeah, so that's a big kill. That's going to put Graves even farther ahead now. So this is going to be an easy tower for them if they, well, maybe not tower, but it's going to be at least a push for them. And they definitely have total control on this lane.
And he's basically 40 farm up right now. That's huge, and that's that's almost 1,000 gold advantage. And Annie's gonna go in, or LeBlanc's gonna go in and kill the Annie. Annie's gonna drop the Timbers, but to no avail. And LeBlanc's gonna pick up a second kill. That's scary. LeBlanc getting 2 kills this early, even with all the DFG removals, rip DFG, she still does a lot of burst damage if you build the right items.
Yeah, one thing I gotta mention right now that's kind of interesting is seeing the Kalista actually pick up a BF sword for first item. Usually see Kallistas get attack speed for like the first item, so...
A lot of the times with I think Pinoy did it first, but he brought in the Blade of the Ruined King into the Runons into the Bloodthirster, whereas Sneaky started the Bloodthirster Runons build.
Yeah.
But even so, they usually do go for that attack speed first. But I guess she's looking for some raw damage to kind of counter what Graves can do. Because Graves is going to be looking to hit that burst. And that was a very close snare.
I thought that was hitting.
That should have hit. That was really sketchy. And,
yeah, I really thought that was going to hit, and if so, that could have been...
That could have been deadly. They could have just Kalista ulted, knocked them up, Morgana ulted, and they would have killed. And Bukaki's going to jump over the Riven, get the bounce. And he's gonna flash.
Not sure that flash was needed.
With the Pantheon coming up too, they could have turned that around and killed the Riven. I don't think that flash was needed at all.
Especially he had 2 marks on his W on her already, so
he could have
he would have been able to run away.
Hit
so
another Q.
There's LeBlanc fighting Graves.
And LeBlanc's gonna try and blow up the Graves, but he's gonna dash out, do some good damage back to him. Zenith's gonna activate the ult, but he's just gonna cancel that and walk away. Graves turned that around pretty well with that damage.
Yeah, I think what happened, LeBlanc did not think to see Graves in there, so she tried doing her double W and kind of messed up on it and missed both times, so...
Yeah, Graves was able to dash out.
It was close, but sadly, no cigar. Oh god, that was a horrible pun now that I think about it. It's a Pantheon.
Pantheon could actually cue the wrong
LeBlanc
and forced the flash to get the kill. Did get the kill, and Riven's gonna pop that teleport to come to the middle lane to defend the tower. And bot should be able to get this tower as Graves is still quite a bit out of there. But Pantheon and Annie are looking to roam bot maybe. Looking at, let's see. There's a pink in this bush. They don't know Maokai's down here. Maokai's gonna go in. Kalista's gonna ult. They're gonna knock up Pantheon. But there's a lot of damage coming from that Graves, coming from that Pantheon, and they're gonna turn this around. And here comes the Riven. Oh, can she clean up? She's gonna grab a kill.
Gonna get another one.
2 kills. But Graves is just in the back hiding. Oh, she's gonna yeah. And it's just gonna be Maokai left. Is he gonna be able to get out? Probably not. He doesn't really have anything. He has flash, but that's just another few kills for Dingas. And this Graves is really ahead. He's looking to go for that static Shiv, which is the cheapest way. So he's gonna be getting his other items soon, and the static does provide that magic damage. And LeBlanc's gonna pick up a kill on Sona. And Bukaki should be able to get this tower free. with Riven not having the teleport, and she went to the mid to defend that. And it's a very interesting build for Nari. He's going to be going for Sunfire first. A lot of the other Naris we saw in other games, they were going Blade of the Ruined King.
Yeah, right now we also see Riven having like 3 portions of an item with that Vampiric Scepter, the Tiamat, and the Brutalizer. But I'm actually not complaining about it. Actually, it's going to work
fine.
out.
Yeah, she's got 25% cooldown reduction right now, and with runes, she might even have more. If I can check that out real quick, Riven. She actually currently has 38% cooldown, so she's almost at the 40% mark. She's probably got the percentage cooldown runes, and there's going to be a fight mid. Kaka's going to get out, but Annie's not going to be able to get out. There's nothing blown. Summoner-wise, because they didn't have anything. So they're going to be looking to force this mid to potentially move to Dragon and pick that up. And they have a lot of wards around here, so they can see if the red team wants to come and contest this. And that should be a free Dragon. Pantheon's gonna ult, but he's not gonna get there. And Time is gonna jump right onto the Kalista. Kalista's gonna kite him back. He'll be able to get out of there. Riven, Kalista's gonna ult the Morgana. Morgana's gonna go back in. She's just standing there for some reason, but she's gonna ult, and they're gonna clean that up. And that was a really good fight for Blue, actually. 4 for 2, and they got the Dragon. Pantheon was a second too late. He might have been able to steal that.
Yeah, I'm not too positive if I don't know, that Pantheon was just a little overzealous there trying to get the Dragon, but I felt like he was a little too late.
They didn't really have any vision on that either. It was he was going blind for that. And Graves is 1.6k ahead of Kalista in items, or in gold right now. Top lane, Riven is 1200 ahead.
Let me pause.
There's a pause coming out. We're gonna see if I can find out the reason for this pause real quick. I'm gonna be messaging one of the people in game to see what that pause was for, if they can respond.
Nothing being said right now. Zenith is having just really high ping.
Zenith is getting a ping spike. I believe this happened during our game too, where he did lag a bit. And this is a mix elo. There's a few plats, there's a few bronze, there's a few silver. There's a whole party platter of people over here. And Dinar is saying that she has 300 ping as well.
East Coast problems, I'm sure.
I have 70 ping in East Coast. I'm in Canada too, okay? Riot has done a good job with their infrastructure on that network they're doing, and it has lowered my ping by like 30.
Yeah, I'm at like 105 right now, which at my level I'm fine with. I don't need anything stronger than that.
Exactly.
I could see if I was like Challenger and all that, then I would probably complain about that 0.1 second that I have at a disadvantage.
It's not such a big deal.
Yeah, not at my level, I don't really care too much.
It would be nice to be lower though.
Oh, true.
But Riot is working on that. Let's get back to the game now. And it's just nothing's really going on. There's a lot of wards for red around that dragon, and there's one in that blue. So they have the timer of blue that they just picked up. And Sona's just gonna get that pink ward. And LeBlanc's sitting in this bush, hoping Nar's gonna come out a bit, but she's gonna walk away, and nothing's gonna come from that. Nar's just gonna continue to push that top tower, and everyone's walking away. He's alone up there. You can get some good damage on that tower, especially as a Nar.
Yeah, for how much action we had this game so far, there really hasn't been anything lately. Like 20 kills in the first 19 minutes is big enough, is pretty high alone, but like nothing has happened since like the 15-minute mark since the last dragon. So we'll see what's going to happen. Baron will be up soon, but I doubt anybody's going to even think about taking that in the near future.
And there's 4 people looking to come bot. Pantheon has the ult. He has the potential to drop behind them. They do have a tower, and it is full health, so they can sit on that with Maokai coming up from the rear. But it looks like they're just going to be clearing some vision around the dragon area. And Baron's spawning in 15 seconds, but like you said, I don't think anything's gonna come from that. And Pantheon is going for the, looks like the tank build. He's not picking up an extra damage item. He's going from warriors to tank. So we're gonna see how that will impact the game. This Pantheon has the potential to have a lot of damage if he builds it.
This Sona seems like she wants to go down bot. She does have flash and ult available, but having that Spectre find them, it's not going to happen, but we do see them have to go in.
And Annie's going to flash, they're going to get the stun, but that's a beautiful Callisto. She's going back. I don't think she should have went back in there. I think they should have just disengaged, and Callisto's going to have 5 health, and Graves going to flash for that. And they're just going to walk away. I don't know how about that. Long Duck did save the Morgana, and LeBlanc's going to go in and try and pick up a kill. Going to be able to get out. Very low on health, and that was a very scary play.
Also, someone pointed out in chat that Kalista went with the IE first, which
I've never seen that. I've never,
Neither
not
have I.
once, not once. That's interesting. Going for the crit.
not sure how I feel about that.
It's a lot less kiting potential, and versus a team that consists of Gnar, Pantheon, Graves, and Annie, you're gonna want that kiting. So you're gonna want to be able to stay away from them, because they're gonna be able to get on you, and if they get on you, there's not really a way of escaping it for you. So that's a questionable build by Kalista. And Riven's just gonna walk away. She did some good damage on the tower. It's halfway. Kalista's gonna pick up this red. As you can see her attack speed right now. That's not a lot of kiting.
Yeah, I'm really confused by that. She finally got some attack speed with getting the Berserker's Grease, but still, the Infinity Rush beginning.
And he's not even... maybe he's going for a Blade of the Ruined King now. Because he did pick up that longsword, and I don't expect him to go Last Whisper this early, unless he's just picking up a Vamp Scepter. But even with IE build, you want to build an attack speed item. You want to get that Phantom, you want to get a static. And since he's behind, it would most likely be the static. So it's we're gonna wait and we're gonna see what he decides to put that longsword into.
I'm gonna guess that it's mostly going to a Vampiric Scepter, and oh, do we have a DC right here?
Zenith is DC. Hopefully they don't. They're not killing him. He's just gonna run away.
And there's the pause.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess
We
Zenith
did see him stop, so that was nice.
Yeah, they didn't BM.
This pain. But yeah, so like, interesting thing to see. Just someone completely pausing it. Oh, they're unpausing it. Okay. And I think they're gonna go back on it.
They're gonna pick up the kills. I'm just gonna try and turn around. They're gonna pause it again. Maybe he's asking for the mercy.
Well, let's see what happens. Maybe the Sona wasn't ready for the unpause because they didn't ask. They just went ahead and unpaused it, which you're supposed to.
You should get a confirmation from both.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be unpausing it again.
Okay.
And we're gonna see if they're gonna pick up. They're gonna go for the kill. So there's not gonna be any mercy. And Loli Sona's just standing there. I don't think they were ready for that pause.
What's going on? I don't know what's going
on. And they're gonna jump onto square. And there's another pause.
Because what happened last time was Loli Sona paused it, but then Long Duck Dong unpaused it.
So I think Sona disconnected. She does.
Yeah.
She actually does live in Australia. So she has a very high ping, and she plays on NA a lot. I played with her a few times. Her ping is like 250. So
wow.
she's doing pretty good for that. Especially
that is pretty good.
That far away.
Yeah, I always think maybe I should play on the LAN servers just because to get lower ping. But then it's like, well, then I get to play with no one.
Yeah, you don't know anybody there.
Everyone I know is on NA.
Exactly. That's the whole argument. Everyone tells us to switch to Latin America North, but we want to be with our friends. We want to play.
Yeah. I can see it's like, oh yeah, but like apparently ranked in there is easier than NA, but then there's no
That's
like.
what people say. I've never experienced it myself, so I don't have any
Yeah, neither
input
have
on
I.
that.
So it's like, well, I'd rather get like high elo or like try for a high elo in NA than try it in LAN.
Yeah, exactly. And so since we have the play is going to be paused.
And they're pausing again,
unpaused.
but
Okay. And they're asking me if they're ready after they unpause the game.
yeah, this is interesting.
This is what's going on here? But it looks like Sona's back. She's moving. And
Okay.
Rudy's gonna hop over the wall to escape. But how far is she gonna be able to get?
Sona stopped moving again.
Pantheon's gonna jump on there. Sona stopped moving? No, she's moving. And
Oh, she's
Rudy's not
moving
gonna be
now?
able to get
Okay.
away. Dingas is gonna ult and kill her. But Sona's... I think she's having some lag. And there's another pause.
Oh my god.
If you look at the chat, Sona has yet to say she's ready though.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, so they're gonna be asking them to stop unpausing. So we're just waiting for Loli Son to come back. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. And while we have a little break, and there you go, she disconnected. We're gonna take a look at the gold. So in the top lane, Riven has 200 gold over Gnar. The jungle's pretty even with only 200 gold for the Pantheon. Mid is pretty, again, another 200 gold advantage to Annie in mid lane. There's a huge disparity with bottom though, with Graves having over 3,000 more than the Kalista, and Sona having about 900 over the Morgana. So there is a fairly big gold lead, and it's mainly coming from the bottom lane only. The top, the middle, and the jungle are all within the 200 gold. So we're going to be looking to see how this Graves is able to basically blow up everyone. And looks like Sona has reconnected. So
Yeah,
we're
basically,
gonna be
if you
looking...
look at right now, you see that they're about 4K ahead, and that entire 4K is in the bot lane.
It's basically, yeah, the only lead is in the bot lane with the 3,000 gold lead on Graves. That's an item. That's a big item.
That's
over
yeah,
Kalista.
that's an Infinity Edge. That's Blade or Bloodthirster, or in this case, it's a Static Shiv ahead. Actually, a Static Shiv and more. I believe a Static Shiv is only like 200 some, or 2,000 some, I should say, not 200.
Yeah.
I think I can check the. I can't check it now.
And Sona's gonna connect and disconnect again, so hopefully we'll be getting back into this fairly soon.
Yeah, they still have roughly, I think, 10 minutes, because most of this pause time is from them. I believe that maybe the first 1 or 2 minutes was from Maokai, so they have until roughly that 14, 13 minutes of remaining. So they do have time to have Sona to maybe restart her computer, restart internet or something. As long as it doesn't take more than 10 minutes, they're fine.
It's most likely the internet. She just got a new computer too, so.
Okay, then yeah.
I'm assuming it's her internet that's not working too well. And is that some BM coming from Long Duck?
Yeah, well, Sona's back in the game, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I'm pretty sure both teams only get 15 minutes of pause time. If they go over it, they have to forfeit.
And Sona actually typed in chat, she's trying to help us. I'm assuming it's just a high ping she's getting, and so she's trying to reconnect.
But man, I can't imagine playing from Australia. That ping.
So we're just it's gonna be a few more minutes, hopefully, nothing too long.
Yeah, like she's in game and also can't see it taking too long.
So it looks like I'm just puzzled by this Kalista build. I still do not know. I've never seen this. That's a very
Yeah, I'm
interesting
kind of
build.
confused by it too.
And
It doesn't really make too much
honestly,
sense
it's
to me.
not really working. There was a lot of pressure on bot lane and from the Pantheon, but still, it's nothing really is shown to be amazing about that build. But hopefully with a little bit of more time, we'll be able to see the reasoning behind that build and see what else he'll be able to pick up. He does have 700 gold on him. So he'll be probably looking to go back, pick up a few more items. I'm just curious as to what the longsword is going into. There's not a lot of many options.
I'm gonna guess either Blade of the Ruin King or Bloodthirster.
I'm gonna guess
it's gonna
the
have
blade.
to be Lifesteal.
I'm gonna have to guess the blade though. He's
If
got to be looking for
if
attack
I was
speed.
playing right now, I would get a Blade of the Ruin King.
Yeah,
if I was in that position.
You need the attack speed on Kalista.
Yeah.
That's her core. That's her kit. Without attack speed, you don't really do much.
Yeah, I'd be really shocked if she decides not to get attack speed at all. Hell, I would probably even get attack speed, like some daggers before making that a Bilgewater Cutlass.
Yeah, I've been honestly, like I said, when you go IE, you generally pick up an attack speed item that has the crit because the IE has that 250 bonus. So it looks like we're gonna be getting back into the game. Everyone's readying up. There's gonna be an unpause. We're back into the game. Let's see what happens. There's nothing really going on. Dragon is up, and the red team does have a lot of vision around here. The blue team only has one ward, and it's in that bush. But that might be scanned. And they're sitting in that bush, so blue team has to know that they're going for the dragon. But they're still chasing on Gnar. 3 of them. So there's 4 top right now. Maokai is going towards that those wolves, and they're gonna give up a free dragon without a timer.
Yeah. So they'll have roughly an idea of when this dragon went down, if they were still able to see where Gnar was at, but
I think there's a bug though. You can hear the dragon roar even if you don't see anyone. Now, you can hear it scream when it dies. Like I've heard that a few times. So they might have a timer if they've been paying attention to the sound.
As cool as that is thematically, I feel like it shouldn't be, because if you don't have...
That's why I think it's a bug.
Yeah.
Because it's free information. It's like basically just give the timer for everyone. Right? That's basically essentially what it's doing.
Basically, yeah.
And red team is going to be looking to group around mid. Maybe they're going to be looking to push that mid turret down. And there's no wards for blue anywhere on the upper side of the jungle where Baron is.
True.
So red could sneak a Baron, especially with that Graves having his 2 items already. And he does have 1800 gold on him. He's probably going to be looking to go for the Bloodthirster. Potentially a Blade of the Ruin King for the kite on Riven. But I would assume the Bloodthirster for the burst, and Riven's gonna be able to get this tower top lane.
Oh yeah, on
Will she
Graves.
die for it?
Ooh, oh, great ult there by
all.
Andy to stun.
Graves is gonna just overkill. There's gonna be 4 top. Blue should be able to push something in the middle or a bot lane even, and there's gonna be another pause.
Oh man.
So it looks like Loli just has to restart her game. Her internet's fine. It's just, which has happened to me a few times, when you reconnect from a disconnect or something, everything around you looks a little weird and laggy. So hopefully the reconnect is just going to fix that. She does have a good computer, so it's going to be really quick, as you can see. So hopefully we'll be able to get back into the game pretty quickly. And they're asking for if they're ready or not. So it looks like we're going to be getting back into this game fairly quickly. That was a quick pause.
Yeah, it was just a quick restart. Like, we got back in the game really quickly, I'll admit that.
Yeah. So
But yeah, speaking of what item Graves will mostly get, when I play Graves, Static Shiv is really the only attack speed item I get besides Berserker Greaves, so I could see her, or the Graves, just building straight up damage now to make sure that his Q and his ult deals as much damage as possible.
Yeah, like I said, I'm assuming it's a Bloodthirster, but I have seen a few Graves actually go for the Blade of the Ruin King, but that's really only when they really need the peel. Which,
User
against the
joined your
Riven...
channel.
Hello,
Hey
user.
guys.
Hi.
Alright, how's it going?
Thick, I don't know if this is bothered to the viewers or not, but the volume for the Summoner's Rift music is still on. I don't know if you're gonna disable that or not.
What do you mean Summer's Rift music?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put that down a bit. There you go.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, it's because when I play some DJ Sona, I put that all the way up.
All right, no problem.
Alright, and we're gonna be, Blue is gonna try and get this tower, and he's gonna try and stop them. Not gonna be able to stun. And
User
Panther's gonna be
left
looking to
your
ult
channel.
bottom. He's gonna be Ignite put on, and they're gonna easily get that kill. And a heal burnt by a Long Duck, when he had no way of escaping, really. That was a questionable heal. And Flash! And Sona's gonna miss that ult, but they're gonna be able to get the exhaust down, and Sona's gonna take that kill. Panther's gonna flash onto the Morgana, smite the Morgana,
Oh,
They're
that
gonna be
damage
like-
from Graves.
and that was just an insane amount of damage. And Kalista is going for the Bladed Ruin King build. So i.e. Bladed Ruin King. That's very unconventional.
Yeah.
And Red's gonna be able to pick up this tower for free.
I was actually really shocked there. Like that, she finally has a dagger getting some attack speed going in, but it's really interesting to see
It's
a
kind of
Kalista
too
value
late.
damage.
Yeah. It's a bit too late for the attack speed. Well, it's never too late, but something you want to get earlier on Kalista. With the damage that comes later. It'll be interesting to see if he does actually get a Runons or not at all on this build, or just sticks to the conventional 80 carry build. Hey, Kaigo's gonna be able to jump onto the Riven, smite the Riven. Riven has literally 5 HP. She's gonna be able to get away, and Andy's gonna flash auto, but Riven's gonna be able to dash away with that shield. And Riven's gonna live with literally no health. And
Yeah, wow, I can't believe he got out.
that was pretty good. Annie did pop a flash. And LeBlanc's gonna go in and try and do a bit of damage. She's gonna miss onto Graves and do a bit of damage onto Annie, nothing major. And Kalista's gonna be getting that red buff again. And they're gonna be grouping around the dragon, which spawns in a minute 20. They're gonna grab the scuttle. They grabbed the scuttle a bit early though. The scuttle only lasts 60 seconds, so that's not gonna be there for when they actually want to be doing the dragon. And blue buff's just gonna go to Annie.
Yeah, this mid lane Annie is really just destroying people. Like, it's so bursty because like mostly the Graves is, but yeah, the Graves Annie burst, like just those two. If they find anybody out, they just both burst them beyond belief. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd like to see a bit more farm on the mid laners though, especially
True.
LeBlanc. LeBlanc's gonna be wanting to carry this game. She's gonna be wanting to be able to get in there and burst that Graves.
But she needs to. She needs to find that Graves and burst him before he could throw his combo out.
Yeah, but she's actually in the middle of building a Zanya's, and she's going for what probably looks like an Abyssal Scepter without completing the Zanya's.
This is Riven up top.
Riven's gonna decide to go in, pop the ult. She's taking a lot of damage from the tower, and Bukaki should be able to pick up this kill.
She took a little bit too much damage from that tower for
That
what
was
she
a
wanted to
very
do.
sloppy play by the Riven. She should not have been trying to dive a super tank, basically. That Nard does have a lot of armor. And they're gonna pull Dragon out, and it's just gonna reset.
Nothing's going down. Pantheon's actually going to go
Pantheon's
in.
gonna
They
try
might
and ult
engage
behind
on this.
Panther's gonna drop right onto SquirtleTurtle.
Great
Easily
play.
get onto the Maokai, and there's gonna be teleport coming in from that Gnar. And they should just back up, do the dragon, and then decide to push up the bottom lane or the mid lane. It's another dragon for the red team.
Really good engage there by the red side to secure that dragon and get 2 kills on top of it.
So it's 2 dragons for both the red and the blue team. Sorry, I was in the middle of Beyond there. And Graves picked up the Last Whisperer, opting to go for the armor pen. There's not really a lot of armor on the side of, other than Maokai, on the side of Loli squad. he could have gone for the Bloodthirster since he's so far ahead. And looks like he's going for a Guardian Angel with the Negatron Cloak. So no lifesteal yet for that Graves. And Kalista looks like she's going for the Static Shiv. So Static IE with the Bilgewater.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Kalista. Up a Zeal.
Yep. Going for that Static. With the
Alright,
gauntlet
she's just
there.
trying to sell the Bilgewater, I guess.
I guess she got that just for a bit of the sustain. And LeBlanc's gonna be able to pick up her blue. So the blue team really needs, and Pantheon's gonna flash over the wall, stun the Riven, and smite her, but she should be able to get away. She's gonna, and Zenith is gonna go in with the Maokai ult. They're gonna knock off with the Kalista. This is a pretty good fight for the blue team. That was just a beautiful Gnar ult. Long Dark's not be able to kite, he got exhausted, but now he's stepping back. He's kiting right now. But Gnar's gonna be able to pick him up. Gnar's gonna flash. Riven's gonna be cleaning up in the background, and that was a pretty good fight for the.
Yeah, that's a really good
Loli
fight.
squad. They were able to, and that's a quadra for the Riven. With,
Yeah, they were able to start that fight and get Graves out of it very early, and also the Riven had everybody clumped and would hit almost everybody there with her ult. So that's a lot of damage that went down. Now Graves has to try to defend by himself, and I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to do it. Riven looks like she's trying. She wants that penta, but I think it's too
Riven
late
will be
now.
able to. Especially with Graves having his ult, he can easily EQ ult that Riven, and she'll die. Look at that crit damage, and wow, the
He's
LeBlanc.
1v3 right now.
So LeBlanc, with the full combo, wasn't even able to get him to pop his Guardian Angel, and he's just gonna be able to pick up 2 kills.
If he would have ulted earlier, he would have picked up Riven in that, and that would have been a triple kill in a 1v3. This Graves is leagues above everybody else right now.
Pantheon just ults down the mid. Not really anyone in the area for that. And blue team, Loli squad is gonna be looking to clear the farm. They basically have to stall this game out.
Yeah.
They can still win it, as you saw by that team fight. They're only about 5k, 5,500 behind. They have 2 dragons each.
Morgana just Zonia'd.
Morgana just popped the Zonias for no reason. That's they can't fight for a bit. That's a big
And that's gonna
part
be a tower.
of the team fight.
That Morgana ult.
That Kalista's gonna ult. Not gonna really do much off that. Just knock up one, and Zenith's gonna get caught out, but that's a tanky knockout. He's gonna go back in onto the Dingas, but Dingas is just way too much damage, and Riven's not gonna be able to get him down. And Dingas still has that Guardian Angel, and Sona's just
that Graves though, they can't do anything with it. They weren't able to push him out this time because he was able to stick around with that GA, so he did not have to back, unlike the last team fight. And because he was able to stay, they won that like pretty easily. And now they might be able to push for this tower.
There wasn't really much focus, and they weren't really well coordinated with that. The Kalista ulted, the Morgana went in, but the Morgana didn't ult, and Dingas is just gonna blow them up.
That's going to be a tower too.
He's 14-1, and he's over 6,500 up above Long Duck Dong, and Long Duck just picked up the Fury boots to gain a bit more of that attack speed. He has quite a bit of amount of attack speed coming into that build, but just for me, it seems like it lacks the damage.
See, what is she sitting at right now? She's sitting at only around 1.5 attack speed. I feel like she needs to be around maybe
1.8.
Needs to be around 2 at least. Like I feel like 2 by the next item. Like 1.8 or like right now, because even Gnar is around like 1.2.
Yeah. Well, hopefully with the final touches on that Blade of the Ruined King, it'll help her get a bit more of that attack speed.
Because right now Graves has a higher attack speed than she does. And like Graves or oh, he did. What was getting him attack speed there? He was at 1.9 earlier.
And Riven's gonna fight the Gnar here. The Gnar is really tanky. He's got the Thornmail, got the Sunfire, and Red's just gonna be looking to get the Baron. And I apologize for the Facebook noises coming from my side. And Red's just gonna be able to scan that ward away.
I feel like this is gonna be a pretty easy dragon for them to take. They still have the Gnar Telly if need be.
Maybe that Maokai will attempt to steal it. They both have 2 dragons, so this isn't like a do or die situation.
No, blue team does not need to go on this, and Pantheon is going to jump in on them, and that's going to be a lot of damage going down already. And LeBlanc is going to do what he can, but Naibo did a great ult by Sona, hitting 2 or 3 there, and LeBlanc is going to go down extremely easy. Dragon is going to go over to Maokai actually, and a lot of damage is going to go down. Double kill there in for the Graves, and he is full health yet. That's 1 auto attack doing 50% of her health. There's a quadra kill. This could be a penta coming in, and it isn't. It's a pentakill for Graves.
You're like a half a second ahead of me. So like, you just got the penta on my screen. 1 second, let me jump to live. There's 5 seconds. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, Graves was able to pick that pentakill. He's 19-1. And he's just 8,000 gold ahead of his lane. He's got the 333 farm in a 37-minute game. That's pretty good amount of farm with 19 kills. And
yeah,
he just picked up the Bloodthirster. He's got a full build right now, except for boots, enchantment.
Yeah, this game is right now is all Dingas. He's beating Kalista now by 8,000 gold. That is incredible.
I'm just gonna mute my Facebook noises for a second, so mute for 1 hour. There we go. All right.
There you go, that works.
All right, we're back into the. Sorry about that. And red team is gonna be looking to grab the scuttle around the Baron. Maybe they're gonna be going for this Baron, and Nar's gonna be recalling with about 1,000 gold on him, hopefully to sell that blade and pick up another, probably going for the Randuin's last item on that Gnar. No damage items. That's pretty interesting. A lot of Gnars I see usually go just a Brutalizer or a Hex Drinker to give them a little bit of the lane
Force, yeah.
I don't agree with the Trinity Force. I don't agree with the Blade of the Rune King build on him.
I don't agree with Blade of the Rune King.
I just think it's too expensive.
True.
He needs to start. He's not that tanky when he's in mini farm. So the sooner he gets his tank items, the better. And Kalista is gonna ult. Morgana's gonna get an ult up, but this is a pretty good fight.
Oh, that's a really good fight for the blue team. There's already 2 kills right there, and
Graves popped his G8. Graves low. Riven just
down.
killed the Graves. Riven just got a triple kill, and potentially a quadra kill here. And Morgana's gonna take that ace, and they just 5v1 for 1.
Yeah, they 5 for 1 there. Sadly, Sona did DC, but she came back and put a good ult on a 4 people, but it was a little too late. And tower's actually going to go down. And I think it was Riven there was trying to teleport back, but sadly, it got destroyed.
Kalista's going to be dealing with the minions, and if you look at her build, she's going for the Runons now. She's not finishing that Blade of the Rune King yet.
No, she isn't. You're right.
And they're going to be able to pick up a few towers, potentially grab an inhibitor if they don't really have the Kalista for the attack speed. So I think they're just gonna fall away after this.
They should,
tower.
yes.
And Morgana's gonna hit the snare, which is gonna stop any from initiating it any kind of way. That was a pretty good fight from them. 2 towers, 5 for 1.
Yeah, that was an amazing fight. Riven was able to do exactly what she wanted. She got in the middle. She stunned multiple people for every time she tried using her stun. When she used her ult, she hit, I think, the entire team. Maybe not Gnar, because Gnar was in the back line, but she was doing so much damage during that fight. And then LeBlanc, of course, just doing LeBlanc things and bursting people down. But right now, this game, it's Riven versus Graves. That's basically what it is.
You're basically right. There's not much really going on. And Graves picked up another. He sold his static and he sold his boots for another fan. He's got 2 Phantom Dancers. Interesting that he didn't go for the Zephyr instead of
I don't want the
boots.
Zephyr as much. As much as I like sometimes don't agree with that, but hey, at least the Phantom Dancer, the only thing that they're getting rid of is the unique, like through buying 2 Phantom Dancers, is the unique passive. So
Which you can't really stack that even if it wasn't.
Yeah.
You can't walk your minions twice.
But right now, yeah, this game is basically the red team has to try to make sure that Riven can't get on Graves, and the blue team has to try to make it so that Riven can get on Graves. It's really the main thing that's going to determine this fight.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see how they initiate if they decide to do. They could potentially throw the Morgana in, get a 5-man stun, and her and Zanya, and that would be deadly for the team, and they would lock down Graves, which would allow Riven and LeBlanc to actually burst him down since he does not have his GA right now. I think if they want to fight, they should do it before that GA comes up.
Do you believe that's how it happened? Morgana was in the middle and she was able to get a good ult on people, and one good thing about that Kalista ult is even if it hits people with Banshee's Veil, that just allows Morgana to ult them then, so
Get their ult off, yeah.
So I feel like that's definitely the best bet right now, is to throw Morgana in, have her ult in Zonias immediately, and then have Riven go and do things while people are slowed, while people get stunned by the Morgana.
Yeah, no, blue team is going to be actually grouping up around mid. Bot lane is pushing out pretty hard. They have an open inhibitor there that Red should be looking to actually take advantage of and maybe go down there and try and grab that. With Baron coming up and Dragon going to be up in 15 seconds, there's no wards for any team on that Dragon. And there's very few wards on that Baron too, so it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. And blue is pinging towards that Dragon. Potentially they're going to be cheesing in that bush. They're going to sit in that bush and yeah, that's what it looks like they're going to do. Hopefully bait them into coming to that bush, and Red's and the free tower just goes to blue.
Yeah, definitely.
And Red's going
Dragon
to be
is
rushing
live.
towards the Baron. So blue's going to be getting to the Dragon, and they're going to be going for Baron. We'll see if... And Riven's going to be teleporting top to potentially push while they're at Baron. That's a good teleport. Maybe they'll get an inhibitor. But we'll see if they can be able to stop. And oh, they're taking Baron really quickly.
Yeah, this is a good call to get Baron, but they are going to lose bot, inhibitor, tower for it, possibly even inhibitor. They need to start backing right now, but can
They
they
should try and stop them.
Morgana's gonna get thrown
Graves is
in.
going to get away, but the other 4 are going to stop. He's going to be a fight. Long Dark's going to get stunned by Sona. He's going to die instantly. LeBlanc's going to get exhausted, and they don't really have Riven. They can't really win that fight.
Graves isn't in this fight. Graves had a back to get Riven, but Maokai's going to get chunked really low. Binding hits from Morgana to stop them, and if Graves was there, he could have probably did more. He's not really able to stop this Riven, so...
Are they going to collapse on Riven? Or she's going to be able to get away, I believe. Oh.
This is going to be... I think this is going to be a collapse. You do have Pantheon coming in, and then everybody else... I don't know...
Oh, what?
Yeah, it hits it. It always hits. As long as Pantheon's starting his jump, the stun always lands.
She's still going to be able to get away with the help of Randuin's and Yumu's. And they're just going to recall. And that was... Depending on how blue reacts to them having the Baron, that was very good for the blue team. Picking up that inhibitor to counter the pressure on their own bot inhibitor with super minions. But it's all decided on how Red works with this Baron. They do have a lot of sieging potential with that Baron. We get those minions going, so we're gonna hopefully see some action coming pretty soon. And nothing's really going on right now. They're just pushing out the lanes. Annie's in that bot lane, pushing out the super minions. Riven and LeBlanc are both top lane, but LeBlanc's going to be looking to recall. And Kalista finished the Runons and the Blade of the Ruined King now. And so she has about 2.3 attack speed right now. 2.2. So she does have a lot of attack speed right now.
Yeah, I feel like Kalista delayed her power by I think it was an incorrect build path, but she is at the end part of where she has to be. So she is now at her strongest where she has to be. So
but it's interesting to see the Infinity Edge over the Bloodthirster. And,
that is true.
And Nar's gonna try and go in Mega Nar. She's gonna get stunned only onto the Morgana. Morgana's gonna flash. She should turn around. She's gonna get away with the Kalista ult with like 10 HP. That was really good of Kalista. And she should back to get health. And blue should be able to just kill the waves fairly quickly with saplings and Callista's Q. And this game is going to get a lot more difficult for Red the longer it goes on as people start to finish their builds. Riven is full build right now, and is this a cheese bush? And they're going to go onto the Maokai. Zenith is going to jump onto the Graves, but he's alone. It's going to be a free kill, and they're just going to back away. So I was he was a bit overzealous there, just jumping in without his team really.
You were talking about that inhibitor earlier, and it basically that inhibitor did stall that Baron buff quite a bit, but Morgana now going to get caught out, but is able to
4-man ult, but unable to get the second activation on anyone. And they're just going to get an inhibitor, and they're going to walk out of this scot-free with 2 kills under the belt, and potentially go to look to mid to open up another inhibitor, to open up the gates. But LeBlanc is going to do some pretty good damage, but she's going to get jumped on, she should be able to get out with that W, and she's gonna Zhonya's. So that's gonna be down, and that's a pretty long cooldown. And she didn't necessarily have to, and Graves almost got her with the L and is able to just dash out through those gates. And then they're just gonna look to back away. And Riven actually teleported into the base, is able to get a tower, and they're still recalling over here, and she's potentially, no, she should just back away right now. 1 tower is plenty enough, so that was actually a really good play by the Riven to be able to teleport into the base, pick up a free tower, and get out scot-free.
Yes. But she is going to get collapsed on right now, but I'm not sure if these two can do anything.
She should be able to get out with the Yumus and the Randuins. We'll see. She fails the Q over the wall, gets exhausted, and Dingas is here to provide some backup. She gets stunned, but she does have the QSS, and she's going to be able to get away with the move speed from the Scimitar. And this is a very close game. Especially from how the early game worked with Graves being 22, I did not expect it to be a 48-minute game.
Yeah, this has been a really close game. Like, it's still an 11,000 gold lead, but we are so far in this game that gold lead doesn't mean as much anymore.
Because everyone's going to be getting their full builds, and
yeah,
you're just going to have a bunch of excess gold. It's interesting to see that, though, Graves is 10,000 gold up on Callista.
Oh yeah, that's
and Loli disconnected, so there's probably going to be another pause here.
There it is.
And there's the pause. Alright, so I just want to touch up on the Callista build, with her last item being a Chain Vest. She's looking to go for that Guardian Angel. So she doesn't have the Bloodthirster, she doesn't have a Last Whisper, she's going to be hoping for the percentile HP damage, but that Gnar does have the Thornmail. So without having both the Blade and the Bloodthirster, she's going to be hurting herself a lot if that Gnar is able to get on her. So it's going to be interesting to see how she deals with that.
We'll see an unpause coming in soon.
Yeah, they're actually talking in chat about the non-pause, so it should be coming up right here. And the Gnar did pick up Randuins as the last item. And they should be looking to upgrade their trinkets here. Gnar still has an ungraded trinket, and I thought I muted that. And someone else is messaging me now. God damn it, isn't he?
But yeah, this dragon fight coming up in 10 seconds is going to be huge. If
Red
the blue
needs to
team
contest
wins
this.
Oh yeah, if the blue team gets this dragon, it is going to be massive.
The buff from the dragon is going to be huge, and especially with the fights being how they are. And Annie's going to miss her ult and not get anybody with it. Zenith is going to go in. Sona's going to get knocked down. This is looking like a really bad fight for the red team. Nara's able to get in. Ult, long duck into the wall.
Yeah, Riven in the back hitting inhibitors too.
And Riven actually is not with them in the fight. And blue team lost that fight. Without Riven. Riven is unable to get the inhibitor, and she's going to get the inhibitor. Walk out with that QSS, but red team's going to be looking to grab maybe the end game.
Yeah.
Pantheon's still chasing that Riven. She's not going to be able to recall right now. She has to get back.
That's going to be game.
That's going to be game unless that's going to be game. LeBlanc's not able to do enough damage. That was, if Riven was there with them at the dragon, and they could have potentially won that fight. So it's interesting to see that she actually went for the inhibitor.
Yeah, definitely. Not sure. Like, if she was going to go for that, I wouldn't have went as soon as the team fight started because it seemed like a team fight started, and she was like, "Okay, I'm just going to try a back door," but she didn't have the minions in order to win the game, so she was just hoping to get inhibitors, but her team got destroyed with it. Like, she should have, like, I felt like they could have team fought that and gone for the dragon.
My league just crashed, which is weird.
Oh,
so
mine's
I'm
been
just
doing
gonna
that all
rewatch
day.
that. Yeah? I think it has to do with me accidentally hitting the wrong button on my keyboard and it swapped OBS thing.
It could have happened too.
Yeah, so. I'm just gonna log in real quick here. So I'm just gonna see if there is actually another game coming up.
It's best of 3, I believe. So there might be another game in just these with these two teams.
So I'm gonna be talking to the other team. Hopefully they'll be able to invite me so I can get into to watch the game again. But that was a very close game. It was the Riven potentially could have won the game if she was with the team, but they decided to go for the inhibitor.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, that could have been. I'm not positive on that one. It would have been interesting to see if he would have went for the game instead of the second inhibitor.
Absolutely. Hello, Peter.
So, somebody in the Twitch chat actually recommended you play some music in between games.
Yeah, I just read that.
Okay.
It's a best of one though. They're not doing a best of 3.
Oh, is
I
it
will
only
leave
one?
now.
So I think that's the end of the stream.
User left your channel.
Seems like it.
Yeah, I just want to take a quick glance at the end game stats for that last game. So I'm just gonna quickly open that up. My Google Chrome has been messy all day, so hopefully it'll be able to load. If not, I'll have to open up the infamous Internet Explorer, which looks like that's what I'm doing. So let's take just a quick look at the end game. And let me just edit my... There we go. So, as you can see, red was actually ahead in gold by a lot the whole game, mostly coming from that bot lane. And let's go look at these statistics. So Riven actually did only half the total damage to champions that Graves did.
That's pretty interesting.
So
Graves just must have done a lot then.
Well, Graves did have like a million kills, so
That's true. That Graves completely carried that game, and without Riven in that last team fight, there's not much else they could have done.
yeah. But it's I'm still just not really sure what happened there at the end there.
I don't know if it was a call of like, hey, try to backdoor, or if she just decided to go for it.
And I'm just getting some music going for you guys.
Vaccines are given to children from 2 months to...
Okay. But how does LeBlanc do true damage?
Don't think her Q does true damage. Yeah, it's bonus magic damage.
1.2k true damage. So I'm assuming that has to do with her having more penetration.
Hey, wake up.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, isn't it like once you get so much? I don't know. Did she have an item that gave true damage?
No, I'm assuming she just had more penetration than someone at a certain time.
Possible, yeah.
So, and that's gonna be it for the stream. It was only a best of 1. They both decided on that. So, congratulations to King of 420 Jokes, who's gonna be moving on to the losers bracket round 2, and they're going to be facing Gentlemen Super Saiyans whenever they set up the game, I guess. And I'm going to link the bracket for anyone who actually wants to check that out.
Is that going to be tonight or just whenever it happens?
That is most likely to be scheduled for potentially tomorrow.
Alright.
There are only 4 days left. I guess 3. It's past 12, so there's only 5 days left of this tournament. The last day for the tournament is Friday, and there's still quite a few of the losers bracket games that need to be played. While round 3 of the main bracket is going to decide who goes to the semifinals. And the 4 teams are going to be Cane Deer. Actually, no. Cane Deer are advanced into the semifinals. And we're just waiting on Dayum Dat Team, though, and Mr. Beautiful Hydra, which potentially could be tomorrow or the day after, to see who wins. And they would be facing Cane Deer in the semifinals. But the next game would potentially be Gentlemen Super Saiyans versus Kings of 420 Jokes, which would be the winners of today. So I guess we can end it here. So thank you all for watching.
Hey, thanks for letting me cast again.
Yeah, thanks for letting us cast, and potentially we'll be back for some other games in the future. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.
See you guys later. Yes. Yeah, sounds good.
Sound muted.
You